For field camp from the beginning, in my teaching, that's what drew me into teaching. I was all set up to be a research scientist, and experiencing belonging in some of the teaching I was doing in grad school with a smaller version of what is now field camp, lured me into teaching, largely because of the belonging and sense of community that we developed. No, it's not a match for my personality at all. I'm an introverted science nerd. I am naturally predisposed to doing things alone, geeking out on trying to solve a problem, doing hard math. What I found, again, this is why I'm at Western, why I spend an awful lot of time teaching and thinking about teaching, is early in graduate school, I was seduced away from a hardcore research scientist because of a program I helped teach with a bunch of other grad students and undergrad instructors that built a sense of community. And students said they made closer friends in that 1 quarter program than they did the rest of their lives. And I felt that, and I saw how powerful and how fulfilling that was, in which people explored parts of themselves and pushed themselves and came closer to each other than they ever had in other areas of their life. And that was really powerful, and that drew me away from my natural tendencies of an introverted individual pursuit to trying to work together with people to achieve more than any of us could on our own. First, to engage students as whole people, to welcome them, to bring their whole selves to whatever it is they're doing. They're whole people anyway, and helping them to feel safe to be themselves, to bring their strengths, their weaknesses, areas they can contribute, and what they have to grow and learn, bringing all of that into the group, and accepting people for who they are, creating a place where they may feel more comfortable than they do in many other areas of their lives. So I get as an instructor, I get a better sense of who is in the program, what are their strengths, what are some areas of their background, what are their concerns, and so that as an instructor, I can guide discussions more effectively to support people as they need, and to help engage them better, to know where are the potential problem areas, and to be a leader that can support community and avoid areas that would degrade it. It's absolutely essential that every person feel both physically and emotionally safe. So risk management is a really big component in the outdoor components that I do, and so helping students to understand, okay, what are the risks out there and what are the ways that we're managing them, and engaging them in that process. And then emotionally, setting up norms and codes of conduct that we co-create as a community from the beginning is really important. And in co-creation, then everyone in the group feels some sense of ownership. Many of them appear to have had quite a bit of experience with that in their other courses, and so that's a little easier than it might seem, but starting off with that and making them public is really important. And that seems to work really well. There are a series of other components. We have some considerable challenges, both in the intellectual work we do, and because the programs I'm doing involve expeditions in remote places, we have some physical, logistical challenges, which also lead to emotional challenges. So basically what it comes down to is a whole series of strategies for creating community where students both feel safe, but they feel a desire to be engaged. Students don't want to miss out on any of this. They don't miss class sessions. They really want to be part of this. And that's a pretty good sign that the strategies are working.